Understanding personality differences is one aspect of knowing how to maximize one's own effectiveness and that of the people one leads. Personality is the set of unseen characteristics and processes that underlie a relatively stable pattern of behavior in response to ideas, objects, or people in the environment. Primerica is considered one of the best managed companies in the insurance and financial products industry. Part of that success, perhaps surprisingly, comes from having two top leaders. Having co-CEOs isn't always successful for organizations, but it has been a magic formula for Primerica. Having two people with the right personalities who can both put aside their egos and work for the benefit of the organization has kept this company buzzing. Since 2000, Primerica has been led by CEOs Richard Williams and John Addison. The two have very different yet complementary personalities and skill sets. Rick would walk out of his way to not be in the spotlight, Addison says of his co-leader. If I see a spotlight on stage, I walk toward it. Williams doesn't mind letting Addison have the spotlight. He prefers working behind the scenes and being the analytical, financial, and make the trains run on time person. He's happy to let Addison be outgoing, intuitive, motivational, that half of the duo. And it is very successful for this company. Researchers have investigated whether any traits stand up to scientific scrutiny. Although investigators have examined thousands of personality traits over the years, their findings have been distilled to 5 general dimensions that describe personality. These are often called the Big Five personality dimensions, which describe an individual's extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotional stability, and openness to experience. These factors represent a continuum that in a person may have a low, moderate, or high degree of each dimension. Extroversion refers to the degree to which a person is outgoing, sociable, talkative, and comfortable meeting people and talking to people. This dimension includes the characteristic of dominance. These people often are quiet, self-confident, seek out positions of authority, and are competitive and assertive. However, not all effective leaders necessarily have a high degree of these characteristics. Agreeableness refers to the degree to which a person is able to get along with others by being good-natured, cooperative, forgiving, compassionate, understanding, and trusting. A leader who scores high on agreeableness seems warm and approachable, whereas one who is low on this dimension may seem cold, distant, and insensitive. The next personality dimension is conscientiousness, which refers to the degree to which a person is responsible, dependable, persistent, and achievement-oriented. A conscientious person is focused on a few goals which he or she pursues in a purposeful way, whereas a less conscientiousness person tends to be easily distracted and impulsive. The dimension of emotional stability refers to the degree to which a person is well-adjusted, calm, and secure. A leader who is emotionally stable handles stress well and is able to handle criticism and generally doesn't take mistakes or failures personally. Leaders who have a low degree of emotional stability are likely to become tense, anxious, or depressed. They generally have lower self-confidence and may explode in emotional outbursts when stressed or criticized. The final Big Five dimension, openness to experience, is the degree to which a person has a broad range of interests and is imaginative, creative, and willing to consider new ideas. These people are intellectually curious and often seek out new experiences through travel, the arts, things like that. People lower in this dimension tend to have a narrower interests and stick to the tried and true ways of doing things. Open-mindedness is important because leadership is about change rather than stability. One summary of more than 70 years of personality and leadership research did find evidence that 4 of the 5 dimensions were consistently related to successful leadership. The researchers found considerable evidence that people who score high on extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and emotional stability are more successful leaders. In a study by a team of psychologists of the personality traits of the greatest U.S. presidents, openness to experience produced the highest correlation with historians' ratings of greatness. The value of the Big Five for leadership is primarily to help them understand their own basic personality dimensions and then learn to emphasize the positive and mitigate the negative aspects of your own personality style. In recent years, there has been a growing awareness that introverted people have some qualities that might actually make them better leaders.